I'm not sure I would necessarily choose a different life, but perhaps I could have learned even more things. But I led a very varied life, so I did so many things in my life that I can't really complain that I was stuck anywhere. I was never stuck. I always moved on to the next thing. I was quite certain that I would die. In my brain, the logic was that I wouldn't survive, but the hope was that I would. So I realized that I was part of a bad time of history, and it was my fate to die. I survived through an accident of fate. My father's strongest feeling about him is his love of books. He loved books. He loved to read, and he never read fiction. He said there is so much real stuff to learn that the only people that he read that were written from imagination were the classics. I inherited that. I always associated my father with a search for knowledge and an enjoyment and a humor in knowledge. I would like you to read a lot. I'm afraid young people today don't read. The information comes in short bits from the computer. Science can't be told in short bites, nor can moral teaching. It was a human development typical of humanity. We do some terrible things from time to time, and we do it with a great belief that we are right. It's a danger that we all face. We could be doing terrible things and think that we are right. In fact, that is why I come and speak to students. I want them to understand that they can sometimes be misled by a great speaker. There is a satisfaction in doing good, and some people never learn it, so they become difficult. It's not a philosophy, it's a nature. It's in my nature to be positive and to do my best and to try and repair or fix or change anything that's not good. Teaching when I was in school, in the ghetto, learning metalwork, there was a teacher who was a wonderful artist with his hands. He used to take a chisel and a hammer, and he used to hold the hammer properly at the end, at the far end, not near the head. And he used to hit the chisel with a hammer without looking at the chisel top. I watched him and I tried to learn it, and I used to hit my hand all the time. I changed my nails, I had wounds on my hands, but I learned how to do it. I can now hit with a hammer without looking here, but looking down. Yes, I wrote my book. I always used to think that writing autobiography should be done after you are dead, otherwise it's not complete. But you can't do it after you are dead, so I decided I'll write it before I die, if I can. Last year, when I was 89, I decided it was Canada's birthday, 150th birthday, so I decided I'm going to jump from an aeroplane for the first time. I was a pilot, I used to fly aeroplanes, but I never jumped. It's too expensive to leave the plane up there by itself, you know, you can... You jump out into the open. At that moment, your heart stops. I loved it. I loved flying. I love flying. I was so happy when I was flying. Went hunting for crocodiles. We were in a boat at night, several men, and one guy sits in front of the boat with a light on his head, and he's shining the waters. And the crocodiles are fishing at night. They're in the water, but their eyes are above the water, so you can see the orange eyes. Cecil in front, the leader, is guiding us left, right. He doesn't talk because sound scares the crocodile. There's left, right, and then stop, and he fires his big gun, and now the boat is on top of the crocodile, which was shot, but not dead yet. Cecil shouts, "Everybody grab him before he sinks." Because you see, a crocodile has a valve in his throat, which is closed, so he can keep his mouth open to fish and water doesn't go in. But when he's shot and unconscious, water goes in and he starts to sink. So you have to grab him, and it's night, and he says, "Grab him." And I put my hand in the water, I can't see what, and I grabbed the leg of a crocodile. And I was wondering, is it the front or the back? I don't want to be near his mouth too close. And I said to myself, Elly Gotz, you are crazy. I'm not sure I would like to change anything. I'm happy with my life.